Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your special update here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 3 of Wands, virtue. You're somebody that really does have a practical sort of wisdom to you. I think that you know how to do the right thing. I think that you're someone with a strong sense of self. And you don't care what other people think. You don't care what other people say. Because if you know that you're doing the right thing, then it doesn't matter what the public perception is. It doesn't matter how other people perceive you or what they think or what they say. Because you know, you're confident in your decisions. And I don't think we're always like that. You know, there are times where we don't know what the heck we're doing. We don't know if what we're doing is the right thing. Yeah. But we try to do our very best. We try to stay true to ourselves and what we believe in, what our principles and ethics are, and that sort of thing. Yeah. And I think you're somebody with a very strong sense of self. And you try to always be of service. You try to always be helpful. You try to always do the right thing. We fail. We falter. We lag because, guess what? You're human, I think. Most of you. So we need some context around this card. What are you engaged in right now where it's kind of like this, you know, there's this need to do the right thing? Are we concerned that we don't know what that is? Or, you know, what's going on? Let's find out. Oof, we got an Eon card. Judgment, rebirth, reawakening, a baptism by fire, a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's a decision that has to be made. This is a choice. This is a definite decision being made in regards to the past. Let's see what else we've got. 9 of Wands, your backbone, your commitment. You say, well, once I agree to something, that's it, I'm committed to it. So we better make sure it's the right choice. Related to an emotional situation. Yeah, go figure. 4 of Pentacles at the top. 8 of Swords in the future. Yes, what you're facing now is, it feels like your hands are tied. It feels kind of like, I don't know what the right decision is, gosh darn it, but I know I've got to make a decision. Yeah. Taurus, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now we'll finish up with the Path of the Serpent, and then we'll get into these cards individually. 10 of Cups. Princess of Cups. 5 of Swords. And our Princess of Wands. Yeah, I think, oof, this is pretty good. You have no idea how happy you're going to be. What you're leaving behind, this emotional situation you're leaving behind, well, look at this. You got a new one arising in your environment. You're leaving one thing and you're making a decision towards something better. Okay? And yes, we could be talking about people here. It's quite possible that you know, you're getting out of you're making a decision about a relationship or something, and well, it's going to lead you toward better things, toward really truly fulfilling things. The tarot's not going to tell you to break up with your partner or anything like this, or quit your job or whatever it is, but I feel as if I feel like we have something that is in the past, right? Something that is kind of, there might be a nostalgic sort of connection here. There's a difficulty. Something is veiling this. Something's preventing you from seeing this really for what it truly is. And I think that's something that you're going to need clarity on so that you can make this decision and you can start pursuing your life full of desire and wish and hope and aspiration and dreaming. Right? New feelings, I think. You know, it's kind of like if if we're getting out of this situation, an emotional tie with someone, you're going to meet somebody that really is meant for you. Okay? But we're not ready for anything new. We can't experience anything new. Princess, right? Wands and cups. We can't do the new thing if we're still tied up in this thing here that, this is the decision we have to make. Anyway, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, the Factor Infinite and Unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our little sea turtle friend. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. Pretty straightforward here, Taurus. Looking around the room, the only major arcana we have is this Phoenix rising from the ashes, and it's our choice whether or not we're going to go through this doorway. This is a fiery doorway. Going through this doorway, making this choice, says that you're leaving something in the past. You're moving on from something, and maybe this is a relationship that's already been severed. This is the person not in your present, they're in your past. It could be that you are still energetically tied and connected and attached to this person, preventing you from meeting the right person or the right people. Maybe this isn't a person, maybe it's a job. Maybe this is, this is something that was in your life that's not there anymore. I feel that this is literally something in the past. And this doing the right thing is kind of, do I go through this doorway and do I move into the future, or am I still connected with this person? Do I need to fight for this person to come back? Do I need to get back in this job? Do I have to move toward the past and get it back? Or do I go through this doorway to the future and get the new thing? It's kind of like your TV breaks. Do you fix the TV or do you get a new TV? Well, it depends. And no one can tell you that except for you. I've had a mechanic tell me, look, your car's not worth fixing. And I said, fix it anyway. The repairs would cost more than the car was worth. But I said, I need the car. I've been in that spot before. And so no one can really tell you. And I think that's part of that Three of Wands. That if you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter what anybody is telling you. The mechanic can tell you all day, you're wasting your money, the car's not worth it, no, you shouldn't fix it, it costs more to fix than the car's worth. I know who I am, I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm making the right decision, so you're able to sort of ignore all that. Okay? I think it's very important too because of the Five of Swords in the obstacle. This is the river card. This is what we have to cross. That's the river. That's the obstacle we have to get over. And it really is. I think this is the indecision. I think this is the mistrust, not of this person, but of ourselves. Okay? So we've got fire and fire. We've got water, water, water. Fire, right? Yeah. We've got the air cards. And we've got just a little bit of earth. And the thing about the princesses is that they are earth cards. This is earth of water. This is earth of fire. It's kind of like doing something new, starting something new. It's sort of, we're out with the old, in with the new. That we free ourselves from this old energy that we cannot fix, we cannot go back to, and we start something new. We experience new emotions, new desires, new feelings. We take new actions, we do new things, we feel like we're young again, right? This is the decision that is before you. Okay, the Eon is that fiery doorway that says, if I go through this doorway, I'm shutting and locking the door. It's a definite decision as it relates to the past. And the thing about you, Taurus, is that when you make a decision, that's it. When you make a commitment, that's it. Well, what if you committed to this Queen of Cups back here, whoever that is or whatever it is? It could be a job, it could be a career, it could be a love, a passion. It could be that maybe you were playing drums and you said, I want to play drums forever, for the rest of my life. Maybe now you're saying, I don't really, it's not me anymore, It could be a person that, the relationship ended. But there's that 9 of Wands that says, what if you committed to that thing in the past, and now it's sort of, there's been a separation or a breakup, right? Do we still have to fulfill our obligation to commit to that thing for the rest of our lives? This is that moral dilemma. This is that 3 of Wands sort of issue where I don't know, If you take vows and you marry somebody, maybe you don't believe in divorce. Maybe, you promise something and say, I want to play music for the rest of my life, even when you don't want to anymore, right? But, I promised. I committed to it. You're not someone that takes promises lightly. You've got backbone. You've got perseverance. You've got resolve and commitment. When you say you're going to do something, gosh darn it, you do it. Sometimes we know it may be necessary to break a promise. Okay? Especially if, the gods forbid, this is somebody that has passed from your life, transitioned into spirit. It's not a breakup, but it's something that you can't go back to. What if you've made a promise or an obligation to that person, and now does that prevent you from then moving on and having a future, of finding a new love and a new life and having sort of being reborn? We see the Princess of Wands is sort of emerging from the ashes. It is the phoenix rising. So the Queen of Cups is something that right now feels a little ambiguous. It's veiled, right? Because we wish that we could sort of ask somebody, what's the right answer here? Do I move on, or do I stay connected with this person? It's kind of, I don't know if you're a widow or a widower. What's the obligation there? Is it the rest of your life now? You're still committed to this person, and I think you always will be. But does that mean that you can't then do anything new or move on or go forward in life? I really, truly hope that's not the case. Okay. Your symbol is the phoenix right now. I'm feeling that very strongly. So whoever or whatever this is, I feel like it is, there's already some distance between you and it or the person. I feel as if we're not really sure how we feel about this thing or person at the moment. We're not sure what the obligation is, or we're not sure what we really want or what the right thing to do is. There's a veil here. It's sort of misty looking back at this energy. Okay, just as in the mind, this is the, let's say, the emotional sort of the transparency. It's kind of it's a little bit opaque at the moment. So is the mind. Mind isn't sure what to do. Okay. What we do know is that right now there's this feeling of being on pause. For some reason I look at this, I think of one of those pause buttons, on like the remote control or something. It feels like this is kind of like it's like someone who's just like locked in their dressing room backstage, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, do I go on? Do I go home? What do I do? In some ways, I think, with our outcome being the Princess of Wands, it's saying the show must go on. Yeah, it feels like a phoenix rising. It feels like a show must go on sort of situation. But right now, this is a sort of an isolation. This is a timeout. This is a pause button. This is a rest. This is a sitting down and sort of, I'm not going forward. I'm not going backward. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I got to sit here and figure it out. So we might feel a little isolated from everything because we can't see and we can't really feel what the right answer is. And that's part of your virtue, is that you don't make these decisions lightly. The Princess of Wands is just so impulsive. doesn't give it a second thought, just out there doing whatever it wants, right? That's not you. If you're making this sort of decision, this is a heavy thing, you're going to take it seriously. You're not just going to, just fly by the seat of your pants and do whatever you want. It has to, we're going to sit down, we're going to figure it out. Okay? It's part of your virtue. Part of you, because you want to be able to move forward with no guilt, no shame, no remorse, no second thoughts. That's part of our river card. That's what we have to get over, right? That's why we have to stress out about this now, so that when we do make our decision and we move forward in life, and whatever that means, I feel like we're moving forward and we're not moving backward. But I don't know if this person is something that is going to kind of, you're going to try to have them back again in the future, if that's sort of the idea here, that we're going to try to get back together with this person, or maybe it's somebody that from your past that wants to get back together. But either way, we're in this decision now. We're not taking it lightly. We're not doing anything in haste. We're not being impulsive or reactionary. Because when you make a decision, you're going to go boldly forward with no regrets, no remorse. Right? You're going to be stepping forward in confidence because you know you're doing the right thing. And that Eight of Swords in the future position is saying that, look, it's looking at this situation right now as it is. What's right in front of your face feels sort of helpless. It feels like there's no right answer. And it certainly feels like there's nobody that's going to tell you the right answer, tell you what to do. Sometimes we want somebody to come and sort of save me from my confusion, save me from my choice, and make it for me, please. Nobody's doing that. You're doing that. Spirit may help you. Your true self is there with you. You have to make that decision. We've got to free ourselves. This is someone who's tangled up in wires. We've got to free ourselves. We know that we're capable of doing that. We're capable of freeing ourselves. We've just got to perhaps not fret about the situation, not ruminate on it, like a figure eight back and forth, looping back in on the same sort of issues, the same problems, the same troubles, same feelings, the same details, the same words and phrases. Because that's not productive. That's not helping us. We're just rehashing the same old information over and over and over again. This is the drunk in that comic who's looking for their car keys under the streetlight, because that's where the light is. As this is all I can see, well, that's just where I'm going to look. Well, if we look, it's not there. Why are we still looking? Well, because that's where the light is. That's all I can see, right? So in our minds, we tend to go over the same information over and over and over and over again. Nothing new is born out of that, right? And now we're going to go to the path of the serpent. We're going to see how we can get something new, in that rumination. We have to really cross that Five of Swords, because that at least is progress. That's at least we're thinking of things in a new way. We're not just rehashing the same old words and phrases. Yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Smash the like button, subscribe. It really helps me out, and I appreciate that. Your general energy, oof, 10 of Cups, right? This is fulfillment. This is satisfaction. This is really the best that life has to offer. And I think that you're somebody who is very optimistic about the future. You know that, the choice you make is going to have to really mean something. Yeah. And I think that your choices must be based on what is going to bring you sort of the most satisfaction, what's really going to make you happy, what's going to allow you to sleep at night. It's not just what feels good. It's not just what seems easiest. You're doing the right thing even when it's difficult, because you know that it's leading you to the really meaningful, purpose-driven, successful, fulfilled life fully filled up. Yeah. And so, in a way, this is, we can't sacrifice our happiness. You know, this is the card called satiety. The feeling that we have enough. The feeling that we're fulfilled and we don't need anything more. Okay. But I don't think right now you feel that way. Because if you did, there wouldn't be this choice on the table. So which is the choice that is going to allow you to feel as if that your life is complete, that your life is full? If we go back to this energy, or we stay with this, we stay attached or connected to this energy, is this fulfilling you? Okay. Is this something that is going to help you to fill your cups? Help you feel satisfied? Right? Help you feel that your life is complete, that you have enough, that you're living sort of a meaningful and full life. Princess of Cups in the environment. I think there's already in your life, or there will be very soon, kind of almost a temptation, I guess. I feel like there are new desires that are going to be welling up in you. That you're going to have sort of you're going to have an attraction to other things. And it may be at first that we sort of feel, I don't know, almost guilty about that. We almost feel as if we shouldn't be having those sorts of feelings. Especially if our Queen of Cups situation is still fairly recent. You know, if this was a loss of a job, right? I think it seems, in that case, I think that would be a lot easier to deal with, right? Because the loss of a job, well, okay, what if you quit? Right? And then what if you have these desires, this attraction to other works, other companies, other businesses, other things you want to do, but there's part of you that says, maybe I need to go get my job back. You know, maybe I need to fix this. It's not easy to let something go that we've spent a long time with. I feel like this is something that you've had in your life for quite a while. And now suddenly we're looking at something new, or new to us anyway, a new car, right? New to us car. But there's still this nostalgia, this attachment to the old one. And I don't think that this has anything to do with a car. It may not have to do with a job. It feels like it's a relationship. It feels like there are new feelings in you. It feels like you are wanting things again. And we're in that moral dilemma that says, well, should I go and satisfy these desires? Should I act on these appetites now, or not? You know. I think we have to get over some of this second guessing ourselves, some of the second thoughts. And I really hope the mystery card is going to be some more major arcana. Because this isn't easy to get over this. We have these feelings, but then here with the Princess of Wands, this is us acting on those new feelings, right? We're not acting on them yet, but we're attracted to something. There's something else out there in the world you want. But there's a bit of confusion. There's a bit of doubt. Should I or should I not? And this is, I don't know how we get over that. Well, maybe we do, let's do an empowerment oracle card here. We've got the universe of abundance. I am connected to the unlimited goodness of the universe. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. Well, that 10 of Cups, of course, is your ultimate good. And if this is what's happening now, and this is a good thing for you, and you have no idea how happy you'll be. Because you can't see it yet, because we're trapped in our mind of these swirling thoughts and trying to find a solution to the problem. Well, maybe we realize that maybe it doesn't have to be a problem, and it just can be this. But you're somebody that has to think things through before acting on them. Let's do a language of flowers affirmation card. Resignation. Say goodbye to what you no longer need. Let the past be the past, perhaps, right? Leave it in the rearview mirror. And maybe that's the question for the 5 of Swords that we ask ourselves. Do I still need that thing? Do I still need to stay attached and committed to this? And maybe this feels like what you are sort of currently consciously in need of, but there's still an obligation to what you needed at one time. We have to ask ourselves that question. There's no one that can answer that but you. Let's look at our mystery card here. I am hoping for some major arcana. I don't know which one, though. I would like to see the Empress, I think. But this could be another judgment card. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. It's a Knight of Wands. Very similar to this card. This card is we're starting a new activity, right? We're putting our feet on the ground and we're doing the thing. We're acting on our impulse. This is very cardinal fire energy. This is an Aries energy. And this is saying that you are making a decision and you're going forward without any doubt. There's no hesitation here. And this is what's required to go through that fiery doorway. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. This is a full activation of your energy with no reservations, no hesitation. And we're fully trusting in our impulse. We're trusting in this momentum. Okay? I mean, this is like every aspect of your being is pushing forward. And I think that this is an impulse in you that you can trust. What does your gut tell you? What does your kind of divine impulse tell you? Yeah. Because I think you need to trust that. Trust that you, your soul, your body, your heart knows what it's doing. The mind can be in confusion, but the body, the heart, the soul, the spirit, I think we can defer to that. Because the mind may never come up with an answer. This is a rushing forward. Yeah. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Taurus, usually Mondays and Fridays. I feel like this was a special case for you. I feel like you needed a little, you needed a reading. Anyway, you needed to look at some of this energy for this situation that you've got going on right now. So be sure you watch your usual readings too, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.